morning, everybody. Welcome back to Work Right Planner. My name is Erica. It's been a long time since you've seen me. I won't give you the whole spiel, but there's been sickness and death and terrible weather, so work went crazy, and it was just a rough year. A concussion, just a really rough year. In 2022. And you're going to see that reflected in the information that I put in my budget binder. But it is what it is. We all have them sometimes, and we're going to start fresh in 2023 and make things happen. So, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I hope you enjoy this. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe the video. Anyway, we'll get in this. What we're going to do today is actually put the stickers into the budget binder and get everything set up. And if the video is not too long, I'll go ahead and make out the budget. So let's go. Okay, everybody, I'm back. We've got the whole budget set up. We've got the monthly view, my joint budget that I do with my fiance where we break out everything according to our percentages of income. You all don't get to see that, just out of respect for his privacy. He owns his own business and his income fluctuates some, and he doesn't want that out. So you guys don't get to see that one, but... and that's the transaction log for that account that we pay the bills out of. This is where we'll put the monthly budget. I did things a little different this time, working 2 jobs, trying to do this, and some of the other stuff that's going on. I just don't have the time to draw out these grids. So I was watching YouTube and I saw over on, I think it's Life in Envelopes, she had just a very minimal spread like this, and I was like, I wonder if I can do that in my own. And so it worked. They're not perfect, so I'm going to keep working on this. They're not going to be in my shop because they're not right, but I'll keep working on it, and hopefully I will make this better next month. To my liking anyway, but I like this a whole lot better than having to draw this out. So kudos to you, Life in Envelopes, and if you haven't checked out her channel, you should, because she's pretty great at this budgeting thing. Anyway, I've got the monthly overview budget. This is where I break it out into my paychecks so that I know I don't go over the monthly budget. And then the transaction log for this account, the savings account. So I've got it as sinking funds, but this is really everything that's in my savings account, and the transaction log for my savings account. This is variable income. So anything that I haven't been able to fit into the monthly budget that we would like to be in the monthly budget will go here. And if I get extra income through the month, this is where I'll track, whether or not I was able to cover everything that we wished that we would cover. This stuff gets covered before I get to play with any extra money that comes in. I'll have my debt snowball, my side hustle investment. I've changed this a little bit this year because really the information that I want to know is at what point does my side hustle become profitable? And so far, it's not. I have put a lot of money into it with very little return, but most of that is my fault. In fact, with everything going on, I wasn't able to stay on top of my orders like I should have, which was terrible, absolutely terrible, but I'm working on making that better. And then of course I'll have my business budget. I'm going to show you all this, but I don't ever make you guys sit through this. I've got sinking funds for my business, where I can track my taxes. Over here, I've got the income and expenses and a breakdown of, you know, what I'm going to do with the rest of the money, which will be really neat. The transaction log for the business and mileage log, because you need that information for taxes. And then we have a rental now. I won't be tracking this information on YouTube, but we do have a rental now, and it's just a lot to keep up with. So we've got the sinking funds and transaction log for that, and a mileage log on the back. So that is how all of my months are set up. Okay, so breaking out the bills for January. I like to get an idea of how things fall. Now, some people might say that I'm a month ahead, so I don't worry a whole lot about making sure that my paychecks cover certain bills. I just make sure that all of my bills are covered by the end of the month and the money is there whenever it's time to pay it. So that is something that I've worked toward for years, though, that I don't have to worry about this. Used to, I had to be like, well, I'm getting paid here. I need to make sure that I cover anything that comes up in this 2-week period. Of course, I work for the state now, so my primary source of income I only get twice a month instead of bi-weekly or weekly. Okay, so I'm just going to lay these out here. Okay, so the 3rd, we're going to pay the accident insurance. You know what? I think I'm going to start these from the bottom. That way they're not weird. And these don't fit either. I thought I had fixed that, but I must have grabbed the wrong template. If that tells you how long it's been since I played with my stickers. That's okay, though. I'll fix it by next month. Okay, so the accident insurance will come out on the 3rd. The bank fee, well, let's see. Natural gas will come out on the 4th. Now, the green ones are going to be bills. Or, I don't know, teal. I don't know what color you would call that. The 2nd is Hulu. And the cell phone. Got storage coming out on the 1st. Just not cover up that it's New Year's Day. The 7th is when the car wash comes out. So if you notice, I've got a whole lot of stuff this first week. The 9th is when Netflix comes out. Does anyone else watch Netflix? If so, what have you been watching recently? Because we just started Wednesday, and it's really good, y'all. It's really good. You should watch that. Okay, so the 19th, we have OnStar Remote, which is where I can turn on my car, or I can turn on my car from my phone. Makes it really nice because I have to report in all sorts of weather, and if I don't have to go out to my car in snow and ice and start it and freeze to death, I'm all for it. Okay, so that's everything that's on that. And then the 28th, which that's a Saturday, so it would be the 27th. The electric and the car insurance. And then the 30th is when my bank fee comes out. Okay, now these peach colored ones, I'm going to make the debt payments. So on the 1st, we've got the mortgage. Last year I counted this as a bill, but in reality, it is debt. So I'm changing that. 11th is Lowe's. The 16th will be Capital One. Not cover up that it's Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. The 25th, both of the car payments come out. So, fun fact, in an attempt to get rid of credit card debt, I had a second car that was in my name that had no money owed on it. And I realized that I could put a loan on that car with 3% interest as opposed to the 24% interest, 25% interest that was on the credit cards. So I did a loan where I could consolidate all that debt into this, and then disaster struck and I ended up having to use the credit cards because your girl does not have, actually this will be the 31st. Your girl does not have enough of an emergency fund to cover all of the stuff that life threw at her this last little bit. Now, I've got a question mark next to this because I had to buy some furniture and I don't know when the payment's going to be due yet, but it's sometime actually in February. So I'm going to put this on the last day of the month, and that way the money is there when it's time to make the payment in February. Okay, so that is the way that the bills and the debt payments all line up. I don't have something to mark my paydays, so I'll just write them on here. So let's see, I'll do first job payday and my second job payday are on the same day this time. And then my second job payday will be here, and my first job payday will be here because I get paid on the 15th and the 30th. The 15th is Sunday, so my payday will be on the 13th. Sorry, you guys. We had COVID right after Christmas. Again, this is our third time. That stuff just keeps coming for us. Anyway, so if I were planning, and living paycheck to paycheck, I would pay as many of the bills that come between now and the end of the month out of this paycheck or this set of paychecks as I could. And then I would use this paycheck to cover what comes the next few weeks, which is still kind of what I do. I do have them on that rotation. So this makes it so that you're good for the next month, and you're constantly getting your stuff paid. Anyway, let's skip ahead. Pass that transaction log. And we're going to do my monthly budget. So, my state job, actually, you guys, I was very blessed in 2022 that I got several raises. So the good Lord did bless me. So my income is higher than it was. So I can budget it as $2,304. And then my second job is at the YMCA. And that job, hopefully, will give me $160. Now, I've not been getting all of my hours the last little bit, so I'm really hoping that comes through. But that gives me a total for the month of $2,464. I apologize if you can hear the thunder. We're starting to get storms here. For my fixed expenses, I have the accident insurance, and that is $24. I have the bank fee that comes out every month. That's $3. The car insurance, and that is $66. The car wash is $25. My cell phone just recently changed, so I really don't know how much this is going to be, but I'm hoping it's gone down to $60 because that's what I'm going to budget. The electric bill will be $191. The internet is $64. The natural gas is $46. OnStar remote, which is $8. That's where I can turn my car on. Love that stuff. And then the storage is $75. Now I'll also have Hulu, $9, and Netflix is $13. And I think that's all of the actual bills. So I'm gonna move on to variable expenses. And on that, we're gonna budget $76 for eating out. Gas and oil, I do $150 a month. Now, I budget this a little differently than a lot of people. I do have a video on how I do that process, so if you're interested in that, I'll try to put a link to it up in the top so that you can watch that. I have inflation-proofed my gas, and I've been doing it for years, and when all the prices went crazy, I didn't have to worry about it, so I highly recommend that. Groceries, $301. Household, I have 12. Now keep in mind that some of these numbers that you're seeing, they're not the total bill. Like, I'm not paying $64 a month for internet. That's just my share of what our internet bill is. I'm not paying $9 a month for Hulu total. That's just my share of what our Hulu cost is for this month. Okay, so miscellaneous is only going to get $19 because there's just not a lot of money to go around this month. I've got a new category called overspent that I'm budgeting, and that is where we spent more than we should have. And I keep a tracker in my wallet that tells me how much money's in the bank and what it's earmarked for. And if we overspent in a category, we obviously need to pull that or put that back in. I'm going to put $76 toward what we've overspent. I've got a category now called Paula. That is for my future mother-in-law. And got $19 put in it. We are budgeting so that we can take her food every so often because she's been put into a nursing home and she can't go out. So we try to take her something nice every so often, but that's the most I could squeeze out this month. Pet care is getting $31. Oh, I missed one of my others, or one of my fixed. Sirius XM is getting $8. And then toiletries gets $12. Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm fine. Okay, so I'm just going to list these. Instead of putting sinking funds, I'll just list them because I don't have many budgeted. Anniversary. Well, maybe I should. Give me just a second. If I get extra money, I may put them toward sinking funds, so I am going to put sinking funds. I've got $23 budgeted. Sorry about that, you all. We have a severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, for savings, I've got $22 budgeted, and then we're going, oh, I guess I should have put savings down here. Y'all. You know what? I have enough debt stuff. I'm just going to put savings here. And we'll move on to the debt because it's gotten bad. Okay, so we've got Capital One. I'm budgeting $38. Chevy is $216. This is one of my student loans. $175. Kia is getting $132. Lowe's is $83. Mortgage is $428. And we've got two more, so I'm glad I put that up there. Let's see. MSU is $25. And furniture payment will be $34. So obviously I need at least one more line down here. And two more if I'm gonna put the savings here also. So, and I probably should move the sinking funds. I don't know, what is your all's opinion on that? Anyway, we just put things where they'll fit. So now, both of these paychecks will happen on January 13th. This one is estimated at $80, and this one is estimated at $11.48. Now, I'm gonna try to do this in a different way because I'm copying out of an Excel spreadsheet that I keep my actual budget in. So it might be a little slow going, and I apologize. Out of this one, we want the car wash. Oops. Y'all, I'm making a mess out of my budget. Okay. Car wash is getting $25. One Star Remote is getting $8. We're gonna do eating out, $38. And household getting on. Okay, so $25 plus 8 is $33. Out of 80 is $47. So we've got $47 to come over here. 38 and 9 is $47. So that means this paycheck is zero based, and we have nothing to go toward debt and savings. So I'll just mark through those. Okay, this paycheck, we have the car insurance. I could have left that car on there. $66. We have the electric, $191. We have internet and gas. The internet is $64. The gas is $46. What are the odds? Okay. Out of this paycheck, I'm gonna have the gas and oil, $75, and $150 worth of groceries. The Hulu is coming out. Got miscellaneous, $9. My overspent money, 38 of that is coming out of this check. For Paula, we're gonna do $10 out of this check. My Sirius XM is coming from here. And toiletries. Okay, we're gonna give toward birthdays. Y'all, my handwriting is atrocious. I'm so out of practice, I'm sorry. 9. Car maintenance is getting 10. And then Capital One is getting 38. Chevy comes out. Kia comes out. I'm going to put $6 toward the Murray State balance. It's okay to split a bill between two paychecks as long as the amount that you need is there whenever it's due. I used to do that with my mortgage, but I don't do that anymore. I put the car payment on one and the mortgage on the other. Well, actually, it's a combination of the car payment and electric is on one check of my larger checks, and then the mortgage is on the other one. The best that you can like move around those larger things and kind of even them out, the better you're going to feel. You're not going to feel like you're out of money. You know what? That wasn't Murray State. That was my mortgage is getting $6. I'm putting the full amount of my Murray State on here. And then the furniture will come out of this check. Okay, sorry that took so long, you guys. We're gonna flip this over. This next paycheck is going to come on the 27th, and we're going to estimate it at $80. We are going to eat out $38. Got household $3. Netflix. Netflix is a bill, y'all. I'm just going to town. It's $13. We're gonna put some money toward our anniversary dinner. That's $7. And Christmas is $16. And birthdays gets $3. Okay, I think I forgot to add up this other one. Let's go back and look at that before I forget. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm so scattered and out of practice. That's what it is. I'm just out of practice. Okay, so we have 66 plus 191, 64, 46, 9, and 8. So that comes out to be 384 out of 1148. Leaves us $764 left to budget. So 75, 150, 9, 38, 10, 12. This is $294 out of the 764. Leaves us 776. So hopefully that's all we've spent here. 9 plus 10, 38, 216, 132, 6, 25, 34. Uh-oh. Something didn't turn out right. 9 plus 10, 38, 216, 132, 6, 25, 34. Okay, so I'm missing $306 from somewhere. Lord have mercy, y'all. I have COVID brain something fierce. I did skip over my pet of $10, but look what I did. Instead of subtracting it from the 764, I took it right back out of the 1148. That's what I did. It took me forever to realize that, y'all. That's so bad. Okay. I'm going to attempt to not let COVID brain get in the way of this anymore. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we've got 304 out of here. And we're going to take that out of the 764, which is going to leave us with 460. And if memory serves, that's what this adds up to. But we're going to add it up again. So we've got 9, 10, 38, 470. Y'all, have I lost my mind? Good grief, y'all. The pet doesn't go on this one. So that one comes back to 294, which I had it right to begin with, which leaves us 470. All of this adds up to 470. So that gives me a zero-based budget for this paycheck. Finally, right? I am so sorry. Okay. Let's flip this over and we'll do the math on this one and hopefully I'm doing it right. So we've got $13 in fixed expenses out of 80. That's going to give me 67. I am not doing mental math, y'all, because obviously my brain is not working right. This will be 41, but you know. So we're going to take the 41 out of 67. That gives me 26. And then we've got 7 plus 16 plus 3 is 26. And that gives us a zero-based budget for that paycheck. Hopefully $80 is what comes in. We will see. Okay, now for the last paycheck, we're going to get that one on the 30th. And it is projected to be $11.56. So let's see what we can do with this one. Okay, we're going to pull out the accident insurance. $24. The bank fee of $3. My cell phone bill for the following month. Next month's storage. Got my gas and oil is going to be 75. Groceries will be 151. Miscellaneous is getting $10. Overspent is getting 38. Paula will get the other 9. Pet care is getting 31. And then we've got this student loan payment that I've had to pay all the way through COVID. 175. This is a state student loan, so the federal forbearance doesn't count. Those will be 83. The mortgage gets 422. Okay, I think that's everything. And I apologize for the audio quality. You can probably hear everything that's happening outside because I can't use my microphone with this phone, but I'm hoping to change that very soon. Okay, so we've got 24 plus 3 plus 60, 75. So it gives us $162 in fixed expenses we're going to take that out of the 1156. Nope, I think that added. Okay, so 1156 minus 162. I think my COVID brain tried to get me there, y'all, but I noticed it this time. Okay, so that leaves us $994 to go toward this other stuff. So we have 75 plus 151, 10, 38, 9, 31. $314. We're going to take that out of the 994. And that's going to leave me $680 toward debt. So 175, 83, 422 is 680. I love it when it works out right. Okay, so that's a zero-based budget for this paycheck. Hopefully they work out this way. The state ones will, because I get paid on a salary unless I happen to work overtime, and then I do have an overtime rate. So it's not true salary, but generally speaking, it's a salary. Okay. On this page is where I'm going to put my plan for extra income. I actually had a sticky note to remind myself of what I had decided I was going to do. And I always put this at the top. Okay, so we want our change to go into the buffer. The rest goes to the variable income budget. Once the variable income is covered, anything that's on there that we weren't able to cover, then anything greater than or equal to 100 results in me getting $25 to spend however I want. If it's less than or equal to 100, I get nothing. Okay, so that's step one, is to pay off the variable expenses that we've pulled out of the budget and couldn't cover. Step two is, if it's more than $100, I get $25. If it's less than $100, I get nothing. And then the remainder is going to be debt snowball gets 50%. Savings challenges will get 35%. And I'll have to explain what I'm doing there in a different video. And then eating out, because we do like to eat out, we'll get 15%. So that's the plan for how I'm going to spend extra income the month of January. Hopefully I have some extra income. I don't know that I will though, because what I had to pull out for variable expenses is quite a lot. Okay, so we're going to go past this. It's not quite big enough, so I'll have to extend those down. Okay, so right now we don't know of any income sources, but as they come in, I'll mark the income up here and just apply it wherever I want. But in terms of what's going to be listed here, these are, you're going to see them in like a weird order. Normally I would put the smallest amounts on top, that way I can cover most of what I need with whatever comes in. But what I found was the really important stuff was not getting hit because some of those are larger numbers. So what I've done is I moved up priorities. So I've got them sorted by priority, and then by amount. So, okay. The Sam's membership needs to have money put toward it. I treat that like a sinking fund. So I need $8 there. I took out $8 of what I should have put toward household. I took out $19 of what I should have put toward toiletries. And $19 toward miscellaneous. Birthdays. I was hoping to put another $20 in. Car maintenance. It's $22. Pet is $26. This is not saying that my pet is less important than any of this stuff. I just have more money in my pet little fund in my wallet than I have in these others. So the pet got moved down. Lawn maintenance. Not having to do a whole lot of this right now, but I want to get ahead of it for the spring. Christmas, 48. Sorry about that, y'all. Appliances, 13. Litter robot is 23. Have you all heard of a litter robot? I had never heard of such. And Erica, on Erica Life Vlogs, talked about it, and so I had to look it up, and I have decided that I want one. And I want one by the time we have a teenager here in the house, and his chore is to empty the litter box. And I'm asthmatic. Me and that litter box are not going to get along. So I don't know what to do when there's not a kid around who can tackle that for me. So I've decided that that's perfect. We have hail, y'all. That's a little worrisome. We have a lot of hail. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing, is saving so that by the time he graduates and emancipates out of the house, we can get one of these so that it will empty itself, and all I have to do is pack it out to the garbage. So if you have any experience with that, let me know. Okay, date night. I need to add $38. I have 2 grandbabies now. I don't know if I got to tell you all that or not. They are adorable. They have moved away, so we're setting back a little bit, if we can, setting back a little bit so that we can go see them on occasion or send them things that they need. Good. Easter, $4. These are a lot of sinking funds that I want to put money into if I can. If I can't, that's okay. But I do want this stuff set aside before I just go hog wild with money. That's why they're going on here. But the holidays are at the bottom because they're less important than making sure these things are covered. No offense to anybody who loves the holidays. And the very last thing on this list is the graduation trip. This amount will get adjusted as we're able to put any tax money or whatnot toward this. But the hope was to put $64 toward it this month, and that did not happen. So these are kind of my list of hopes and dreams, along with a few things that were really important that needed to be in the budget. So let's add these up and see how much money I'm hoping I can just pull out of my side hustle or out of some type of extra blessings this month. Okay, so that's 401. Now keep in mind, I did not have time to sit down and really plan out the sinking funds for this year or compare it to what I had left in my cash envelopes from last year. But today is January 12th. I had to get a budget put together. So these are just based on what my hopes were. Next month's budget should be a lot more specific. Okay, well that's everything that I have that I can show you guys for the month of January. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I will see you all next time. Bye!